They're helping people navigate the health insurance marketplace so that they can find a plan that hopefully makes sense for them, makes sense for their families, and they can continue to live life without stressing about the what ifs. But what I've realized is a lot of times, I've shared this before, if you're somebody that's looking to buy insurance, what are the things that you're looking for when you go out in search of a plan that is a good plan or a good insurance for what you're looking for? I think some people shop for insurance based on the name. Blue Cross Blue Shields, United Healthcare, Aetna, Cigna. Some people refer to these companies as the big bukas, right? The big bukas of the world. So, one of the things that I want to just encourage you guys to do is take into account why you're getting insurance in the first place. Some people I know purchase insurance for just in case. And that's okay because that's what it's for just in case something happens unexpectedly, you have somebody that's going to step in so you're not staring down the barrel of whatever bill the doctor or hospital decides to put in front of you. So, what I find is some people think that they have good insurance, right? Until they need to go to the hospital, until they need to go to the doctor. And then they realize that, man, that good insurance really isn't so good. Now, you might have purchased the insurance based on the name of the company or the fact that your previous employer offered that insurance in the past and you had it, no issues. One of the things that I realized that most people don't know, when you have an employer sponsored coverage versus an individual coverage that you've purchased from the marketplace, the name of the company could be the same. For example, United Healthcare offers group plans, and they also sell individual plans in the marketplace. Blue Cross Blue Shield offers group plans, employer sponsored plans, and they also have individual plans in the marketplace. If you were to purchase an individual plan, the chances are the benefits are different from that employer sponsored plan. And I don't want to get too technical here, but just know that all plans aren't the same just based on the fact that it's the same insurance company. Things change based on zip codes, things change based on age, things change based on income. So, all of these different things that we're talking about can affect somebody's price. It can affect somebody's network. It can affect what doctors you're able to see. Now, if you were paying for an insurance plan, let's just say you had a plan that you purchased at the beginning of last year and you had it throughout the whole year with no issues, so you never even needed to go to the doctor. How do you know that that plan actually is a good plan? Are you judging it based on the fact that you didn't have to pay an excessive amount every single month, or the plan actually had good benefits? You see, if you don't use it, you can't tell whether the benefits were good or not. But some people get caught up in the fact that, hey, I've been using Blue Cross Blue Shield or I've been using United Healthcare for 6 years. My company was offering it. And when I left the company, I went and got my own. And I've just been doing it ever since. Right. And I get that doing the same thing over and over, sometimes it creates this habit and we want to just stick with it because it's easier. But that is a trap that so many of us fall into. And I don't want you to be fallen victim to that and then need to use the insurance and then realize that at that point, it's not what you thought you've been paying for. So I just want you to think about why you have insurance. If it's for just in case and you're paying for insurance, traditional insurance, chances are you're overpaying, right? You're overpaying. And what I hate to see is, for again, somebody needing to use the benefit when the time comes and they've been overpaying and realize now that what they want, what they need, they can't even get because the insurance company controls a lot of how your plan works. When I say controls a lot of how your plan works, they control who you can and can't see because they have network restrictions. There's a lot of things that they control. The prices, they control how that plan essentially is going to work. And if you are somebody that needs things that are outside of that plan, well, you just have to go figure that out on your own. They're not necessarily going to work with you to say, hey, let's try to figure this out and make sure that you get the care that you need. Insurance, again, let me remind you guys, is a business. It's a for-profit business. So the shareholders, that's who they're tasked to make sure that these shareholders see profits. And sometimes that's the real focus of some of these big companies, not necessarily you and I. So I want you to consider how you've been using your insurance or healthcare coverage for the last maybe 2-3 years. See how much you've paid into it, right? And see, does it make sense to continue to do that moving forward? Because there are alternative solutions out there that people are not talking about. Most people don't know that this even exists. And since I work in the insurance field on a daily basis and I'm talking to people, the company is using insurance as a solution versus the alternative that I know is available. So I don't mix the two. When I'm working, I keep it insurance, but I know that there's some people outside that could use that alternative solution. So if you or anybody you know is struggling to keep up with the cost of having healthcare and you just want to have a conversation about a possible solution, I'm here for you. All it is information so that you can have all of the different pieces to be able to make the best decision. It doesn't make sense if you're only offered one solution and that solution hasn't been working for you, but yet that's the solution they keep presenting to you in a different package, right? With a different name. So I think it's time that if you're serious about this, you have a conversation, make the time so that you can learn once and for all how this works and how it can work for you instead of you working for it and not necessarily getting anything out of it. It's not necessary for me at this point. You have abandoned insurance, man. But it's not. Well, I appreciate you, man. And here's the thing: if you've abandoned insurance, that's there's no problem with that because insurance isn't necessarily the solution for healthcare, specifically with what we're talking about. Insurance is one solution that works for some people, but for other people, it doesn't work. And I hate that most people don't know that there's options. But since you said you've given up on insurance, man, if you don't mind sharing, what is it that you're doing right now since you're no longer using insurance? What solution are you using, if any? I would love to know. I know some people just go ahead and take a chance and, say, "Hey, I'll pay cash if something pops up." And to be honest, that's not my recommendation at all because, oh man, what's going on? What are you dealing with, man? Terminal. That doesn't sound good. Sorry to hear that. Some people are one accident away from staring down the barrel of something that they can't handle. And that's what insurance is for, right? It's supposed to be there when that unexpected happens. Gotcha. Man, that's rough. That's rough. Keep you in prayers, man. Yeah, some people are dealing with a lot of different things, man, and insurance is again one solution that can help. There's other solutions that some people don't even know exist. So that's why. Nah, it's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good. Thank you for sharing that too, brother. Thank you for sharing that. And all we can do is just, leave it up to the man upstairs, man. Do the best that you can while you're here. You have a lot of gifts that are special that can help other people. Just this journey that you're going through. I think sometimes the experiences we have in life could be good lessons and teachers for other people, but sometimes it's hard to have the conversation. It's hard to share. But I think it's important. I got to jump off. I appreciate you for hopping on, and let me go help some people navigate this maze called insurance, man. So that way they can be better off. We'll talk soon. Peace.